I guess I've learned what really I needed for myself.
Yeah.
And learning that, I think the best part of what I learned when I studied was learning that, you know, sexuality, sexual pleasure isn't just something that someone else gives to me. It's like, I give that to myself and it comes from me. And, you know, my teacher says this all the time and it's probably my favorite thing that she says, but it's like the safest person to have sex with is yourself and to explore with and to learn new things. And, you know, that's where you really learn your inner boundaries, your own yes and your no, and what you might like and not like, and then bring that with another and have the language to kind of talk about it with someone.
Welcome back to Swapping Secrets. My name is Jess.
And I am Lawrence.
And if you guys haven't already, please don't forget to spank that subscribe button. But let's jump into today's topic.
Today's topic is body hacks for better sex. Don't we all want body hacks for better sex? Oh. I do. Do you?
Yep.
Yeah. I think Miranda has them.
Yeah. Definitely.
More on Miranda in just a moment. What if better intimacy had less to do with technique and more to do with understanding your body? Makes sense to me. We wanted to give you, our sexy viewers and listeners, an eye-opening, maybe other things opening, conversation full of simple takeaways that might just change your experience with pleasure. Okay, this is the second recording of the day. We've gone off the rails a little bit. Bear with us, everyone. So in this episode, we're joined by pelvic floor bodyworker, semantic sexuality educator, and founder of We The Femme. I feel like it's a We The Femme. Yeah, Miranda Cheng. Welcome, Miranda.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's so great to be here.
Thank you. And just a little teaser, we stay to the end. We're going to play the Just a Tip game today is touch, stretch, breathe. Gabe will give us more about that when we get to Just the Tip. It feels like it's going to be a little bit more than just the tip, though. I'm frightened and excited at the same time.
It's going to be the whole body. And spoiler, Miranda's going to get you to do stuff with your body.
Yeah.
Really?
Don't worry, I told her you were pregnant, don't worry.
Great. Because I'm like, if I pee myself during the middle of this is your fault. 100%.
I'll make good content. I'm just saying.
It would make good content and it wouldn't be the first time I've accidentally peed during this pregnancy. So it'd be great.
First time on a podcast, though.
First time on a podcast, yes.
Hell yeah.
Did it happen if no one saw it?
No. So we should do it, definitely film it. Yeah.
Oh,
Put some
like...
OnlyFans on that. It'll be fine. Add it to my OnlyFans.
Right, okay. Miranda, you want to hear a little bit about you. I mean, if you can see on our little teleprompter there, it's like your story. You can answer those questions if you like, but like, you know, we just want to know about who you are, what you do, and why the fuck we should listen to you. No.
Wow. Okay, well, where do we start?
Well, I mean, we were talking just before we started this is like, how did you get into, or like what is it that you're doing right now? And then what kind of led you to this point? Like I'll let you explain it.
So what I do right now, so I predominantly work with women and vulva owners with their relationship with their sexuality, their sexual wellness, and of course, pelvic care. So we look at it from a holistic perspective, and it's through the modalities that I work with, which are called holistic pelvic care and the embodiment method. And holistic meaning that we look at kind of all sides of the picture. So we're looking at their mind, their body, emotions, their lived experience, and of course their felt experience. And it's funny, like I kind of think, how the hell did I get here? And then I always think, well, I think I was meant to end up here, because when I was little, and I was briefly talking with Lawrence about it before, was I grew up in a very conservative home, very Christian. We didn't talk about the body. We didn't talk about sex. So I really had no clue. It was pretty much just don't have sex. If someone wants to have sex with you, they're trying to take advantage of you. So it was a very negative outlook on sex and sexuality.
Yep.
And so, you know, even learning about my own body was just a very awkward experience. If you want, you know, too much information.
Always too much information. Give it to us.
Let's go back.
All right, here we go.
Started. Young Miranda having her period. And I was like, okay, I want to try tampons. Pads are very uncomfortable. I feel like I'm wearing a nappy. Yeah. So I'm at my friend's house. I've borrowed a tampon. I've got the instructions out. I'm looking at this picture and I'm like, okay, cool. What? How does this work? I'm pretty sure I was putting it I was pressing it into my urethra. So first of all, very painful. But I had no reference point of where that was compared to my body. I don't think I'd even looked at my genitals in the mirror ever.
Right.
And I probably didn't for many, many years even after that. Even trying to get a tampon in, I was just like, okay, okay, I found the spot. Yep, all right, cool. Get that done and go. So
You were definitely not alone on that. Like I remember my first time I pushed it in, but it was only just a little bit. And I was like, that's enough, it's in. I'm pretty sure it's in, and I swear half of it was out.
And did you feel it with every little step?
Yeah, I felt like I had to hold my legs together, like when I had it in for the first time, and then realize you actually can push it and you won't lose it. That was a big fear of mine too.
It's not going to go into the black hole of your body.
And I have to like dig in there to get it. Oh God.
And then I guess with, my own sexuality, so much of what I learned about sex was through what other people knew. And, those early days, I don't really think they knew any more than I did.
Yeah.
So a very limited outlook on, like things I liked, things I didn't like, but did I actually like them or did I think I liked them because they liked it? That kind of impression of, oh, well, yeah, I should like this because I did this with that person. I did that with this person. And so I'd love to know, what was your kind of experience with sex education growing up?
Yeah.
Don't look at me, man. I wasn't there.
I mean, no, you weren't. Oh my God, mine was very awkward. I don't know. Mine was awkward. I went to an all-girls school as well, and I think everyone talks about doing the banana condom thing. We never learned that. I never, ever. Okay, thank you. So many people are like, oh my God, we learned this in the cucumber. We never learned safe sex. Never in my school.
I thought you were going to say we learned it on the pineapple. So I was like, Jesus.
No, we tried to put it over the pineapple.
This is what a dirty dick looks like. It's all swollen and knobbly.
Size content.
Yeah. And you need to cover it.
I actually learned how to put on condoms from watching something on YouTube. Like we never got any of that instruction in school. We never did safe sex. We had Healthy Harold for all like the healthy hygiene stuff, but that was it. That is
maybe
all
you just missed it that day because as far as I'm aware, I mean, I'm a little bit older than you, but it's like that would mean it would be even more so. There was a compulsory element to the curriculum when you got to a certain age or year that they had to do some kind of sex education.
Yeah, maybe she would. We both went to different schools and we both had the same experience. Like it was just maybe not a common. I really don't know. Like I just.
Yeah.
We never got taught it. Like we obviously people spoke about it, and a lot of friends are like, "Oh, I had sex and we talked about it that way." I also didn't have sex until I was 18, like after I left school. Yeah, see? Now we just flourished into the sex industry. It's great,
It's calling us.
Yes. It was like, you guys took your time. Now here's it all. Take it all.
Yeah, my sex education was nothing, no major standouts. Like I did have that class in PDHPE. I don't know what it's called these days, that class.
I think it's still called PE.
About putting the condom on and over a banana and safe sex. But as I was saying downstairs, it was about the functionality of how to put a condom on, not really about sexuality or sex in itself. It was just about the mechanics of protecting yourself, which was the message, right? If you're going to do this, well, at least do that. Which look, I mean, it's not the worst advice.
Did you go to a co-ed?
Yeah. It wasn't
I feel like a lot of co-eds definitely had it. I don't know if this may be because it's more...
No, I did too. I was always co-ed and always, had the same kind of sex education.
No, but I think that's what Jess's point is. It's like
I'm
they gave it
saying
to us because we're in a...
Because you're with girls around
Oh,
you.
for sure.
Whereas like...
They were worried we were going to fuck someone in the corridor.
Yeah, like because it's like you guys are so like fucking hormonal. You just...
You're about to say hormonal.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I look back at high school and just go,
Baby brains kicking.
what a fucking minefield that would be for the teachers. You've got these people that you're trying to teach this stuff that's just like, not of interest to them. Hormones are raging through their body. Their skirts are too short. Their hair, their I don't know. Their pants are too low. They're given way too much attitude. They've got fucking erections every other second, and you're just like, you probably want to slap them all in the face and just go, you know what? Just go fuck it. Just get it over with. Have an orgasm and come back to us when you're ready to fucking settle down.
Then we'll do trigonometry.
Yeah, then we'll do trig. Yeah.
Then you can learn about how to fuck better.
Or maybe make math a little bit more,
Educational?
interest to the students. It's like now we're going to learn about like probabilities and percentages. Okay, so every male ejaculate has X amount of sperm. It's like if you inject that into a
Do you feel like you would have listened more?
100%, everyone would have listened more. They would have been going, get
How
fucked.
about you
And then
propose that to the education curriculum?
And just go, what's the probability of having sex with a woman that's ovulating? Like, what's going to happen if she gets... oh, shit.
Yeah.
I better wrap that thing up. And then it's got sex education in there just by virtue. Okay.
Oh, God.
Sorry. But my education was also just very, nothing formal. Like, I don't remember one particular thing going, oh, yeah, that taught me everything. Yeah, it was all just this accumulation of I guess, knowledge. I mean, how much can pornography really teach you? And just doing stuff and talking
to do a really good blowjob.
Yeah.
Like, I've learnt skills from porn, but I've also learnt things I would never do because of porn. So, like, it's not, I'm not recommending this platform, so please don't attack me, everyone. I'm just saying, I've learnt, like...
There are uses, right? It's like...
Yeah.
Like having a taste of something before
Yes.
you try it.
Yeah, like
Window shopping.
Exactly. Like, I learnt
Well,
blowjob
yeah.
skills from Riley Reid.
Yeah. I mean, if you can think of it, porn has done it, but you can just go,
She does it well.
yeah, I'm interested in kind of doing that kind of stuff. Well, how do they do it? But like Bradford from By the By, he's great. One of his sayings is, it always stays with me. It's just like trying to learn about sex and sexuality from porn is like trying to learn about that branch of physics. Anyway, like physics from Star Wars. Anyway, I've completely butchered it. It's all fucked up now, but it's trying to learn like about science from Star Wars. It's like, it's not real. This is fantasy.
Science from Star Wars.
You know what I mean? It's like, this is not how people actually have sex.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
So, Miranda.
We'll just enjoy the awkward silence
Yeah.
for a moment. Yes.
Yeah, they don't have awkward silences in porn. That's what they don't teach you about as well. It's like, hey, I like you. I don't like you. Help
That
me.
would actually be a great theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
It's just reject
The
porn.
newbie.
It's the porn that never was. It's just like, hey, I like you. Don't touch me.
Oh, God.
They just don't have sex.
It's all like, it's just teasing. It's like, oh.
That's great.
And it's just, a series of masturbation videos, hard cuts to the guy in the basement.
This poor guy. Fuck.
Sad porn.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
Porn. Yeah. Which makes me happy.
Could be a very niche genre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if you've thought of it, it's probably out there, so just go find it.
Okay, so more about the nitty gritty, getting into...
More about the nitty gritty. So my first experience with, I guess, my pelvis and I guess an experience with mapping, I went to India on this retreat, which was called Sexual Sovereignty. And it was a beautiful retreat. It was all women and female-bodied people. We danced, we moved, we did yoga. We learnt to map our own pelvises with a wand. I also had...
This is when we cut the conversation short. I go, I have questions.
Yes,
Could please...
You should have a board to write them down.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
I just want to know how you map the pelvis. What's happening here?
Well, great question. So mapping, you're literally creating a map. So you're kind of, the easiest way to explain it is you're kind of, palpating or just lightly touching different parts of the body, and you're getting one, I guess, if you don't know about that part of your body, you're learning what is where.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also get to feel into what your terrain and the sensations are in all those different parts.
Okay.
And so you're starting to get your own felt experience. So it's really great for interoception or your kind of internal sense of your body.
Okay.
And so that's what mapping is. You're getting like,
You said
for
with
me,
a wand. Wouldn't that
So, yeah,
be,
is
I
it
feel like it'd be
internal,
better with
external,
my
both?
hand.
yeah, so it depends because sometimes, like for me, I find with my hands to map certain parts, I'm in a really awkward position. So I'm kind of like, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I like noises. So.
Yeah. No, noises help our listeners describe what's happening.
So I'm kind of sitting in a bit of an uncomfortable position because my arms compared to my body, like the length of my arms are a little bit short.
Yeah, okay.
So if I'm doing internal mapping, it's hard to really be comfortable while I'm pressing in.
Yeah.
Whereas with a wand, you're kind of able to essentially extend your arm. And you can sit in or lie down in a more comfortable position.
Do you use, so I talked about this with a friend Rosie Rees, who does similar sort of thing, because we talked about the glass ones, because at first I kind of just thought they were a bit of like a gimmick, because you can make them cold, you can make them warm. But then she explained sort of similar what you did, and it's a guide, like an extended finger almost, to be able to get in there for you.
Exactly.
It's great to figure out the internals, and then the outside is obviously a little bit better with just physical hands.
Yeah, and it's a little easier. You can use a mirror and kind of see where you're going. And so when I had my first mapping experience, I felt, on the left side I had so much sensation. It felt very alive. The tissue was really supple. And on the right side, it was really kind of numb and blocked. And I was like, oh my God, I would have had no idea about any of this. So it was really like, phew, my mind was blown.
Oh yeah, mine's the right side. I had to like do the left right just then. I was like, which side? Because one's more prominent though normally. Yeah, mine's right.
Yeah, and so that was just so interesting. And I was like, oof, I need to know more. And I was like hungry for learning more about it.
Interesting.
And finding my teachers. And so I went on my quest.
Your quest. Your vagina quest.
Yes, I went on my pelvic quest and found my teachers, Tammy Lynn Kent and Jenny Mears, who are both pioneers of the modalities. And so haven't looked back.
Can you explain to me, because I feel wildly uneducated at this point in time, about what the pelvis is? Where does it stop and start?
Well, thank you for asking.
Yay!
That's the one I prepared earlier.
This is Jennifer.
So natural.
Wow, we've named it. Jennifer.
So this is Jennifer, and this is your pelvis. So, it's more than just your hips, which are this kind of bony part here.
Yep.
Comes together at your pubic bone, at the back. So this is kind of like the bony structure. Then we've got, sorry to take your organs out. We'll pop them
Sorry,
back in.
Jennifer.
Then we have the pelvic floor, which is the literal floor of your pelvis. So it's a set of muscles that form the base of your core, and then they also support your organs. It's also very important for your breath as well, and it's deeply innervated to your nervous system. So that's your pelvis.
Okay. Thank you. Can really see. Okay.
I'm just imagining that spreading right now because my pelvis is spreading. And I'm like, oh God, I can just see it and like the bones coming out. Yeah. Yeah. It's very structural. Like there's a lot to it that people don't think about.
There is a lot to it. And so it's often one of the most overlooked parts of the body. And so that's why it's so important to care for it, because it is so involved with posture, breath, your feeling of ease and comfort.
Okay.
I like I can almost see like
So how? Yeah.
clitoris.
Yes, there it
Just
is.
a little
Big yellow
clitoris.
dot.
Tiny.
Yours may or may not look yellow.
Please consult your manuals at home.
Your manual. We have a manual.
We're not offering medical advice.
So when you're doing the mapping, I imagine it's all internal then, right?
So there's two ways of doing mapping. So usually I start with, depending on if I'm doing holistic pelvic care or if I'm doing it more from a sexuality perspective. So if we're doing holistic pelvic care, it's more of an internal mapping. And so what I'm doing is imagine that this is the vaginal entrance. And so I place, of course, with your consent, one gloved finger inside, and then I'm palpating around the muscle, and we're just checking for any sensations. And I'll usually get them to grade it out of 10, whether could just be a feeling, pressure, maybe sometimes a little bit of pain or discomfort. And so we're mapping where they feel it. So we might say 12 o'clock, and we go kind of around the clock.
Yep.
And that's mapping in that aspect. In the more sexuality aspect, then we'll work with external first and kind of going, maybe we'll use this one for external.
Hello.
Let's be
What's this
careful.
one called?
Well,
A nice head cushion.
the vulva? No.
Yeah. Oh no, I was going to say, if this is Jennifer, who's this?
Oh, the name. I was like,
I'm pretty sure it's a
like
vagina.
my brain started to just go, how am I answering this? What am I saying?
You're like, I'm in trouble
I was going to say
already.
something smarter. It's just like, it's called the hello pillow.
Hello.
I was like, and I go, no,
got Jennifer's
that's not
pelvic.
right. She might be asking me a legitimate question. This is
This is a test.
Gloria. It's
Ooh,
Gloria.
So we'll start with external. So we'll work with the outer lips, inner lips, and kind of, you know, having your own experience of exploring that for yourself. The perineum, which is kind of here, the clitoral hood, the clitoris.
I find it so interesting that some women have a bigger hood. I always thought, like, I had a big hood until I started seeing some women, and I was like, oh no, I don't think I even have a hood.
Yeah, and there's so much variation.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to learn it on your own body. And then it kind of, you know, it makes it normalizes looking at your own body and being like, oh yeah, like I've got that. And yeah, it's not wrong. It's just different. We're all so unique. And then we start from after we've done the outside, then we go to the inside.
Okay. And that's when you need the wand to sort of...
That's where the wand helps, and it depends. Sometimes I work with clients and they want to do it on themselves. So that would...
But you ever going this far back?
With the wand you can, but we would work towards that.
Okay.
And so with the wand, when you go internal, it's kind of the same. You do the clock and you work around, and then you'll also get them to feel into their G-spot, find where that is, which is different for everyone. Some people's might be more to the left, maybe it's dead center, maybe it's to the right. It might be a little bit further back and up, finding eventually their cervix and kind of feeling we kind of call 3 different zones of the vaginal canal and, you know, sensing into the different zones as well.
Okay.
I really like
I'm glad I saved
We
it.
have one of these at the club. I love this little like contraption. I know it's...
We should invite Miranda to do like an education.
Yeah, like we have a room that's called the sex ed room, and it's sort of dressed up as a classroom, but it has all these anatomically correct things in there. And there's a desk where you can just get bent over and
next to the library.
Yeah.
Or on the library we have like
yeah
some cool things.
You have
Because I would just sit there in the room.
But you also have a
and play around
detention.
And be like, okay, which part am I touching? And if you get it right, then I'll do it to you.
Yeah. And then we have
Like, make that
a dog crate for detention in there.
Dog crate.
Yeah. It's
Oh
like,
God.
Sounds good. Okay.
give me enough money and space, I'll come up with some wild shit for this club.
I'm only off for 3 months. Please do not change too much. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so you've gone to the retreat in India. You've mapped your pelvic floor, and that is all I know now.
Oh, that's what we got up to.
That's what we got up
That's
to.
what I got up to. Had my vulva photographed. That was really fun.
Did you have to paint it as well? I know a lot of women.
No, I didn't get to paint it, but I did get to see it in black and white and colour. So
Okay.
that was nice. And we got to see everyone that wanted to do it. All of theirs kind of all lined up together as like a gallery.
Yeah, okay.
So that was really beautiful.
That also makes it feel normal looking at everyone's differences.
and seeing the variation. And
Did you play like a guessing game, like who's is who? Like, what was it?
That would be so
would be really
difficult to do if
But
you
we
had never
didn't,
seen them.
But we should.
There you go.
Should do, there's a game you can play. I don't reckon
Is it
I'd be
now
able to
on
do
the
mine.
wall at Mona down in Tasmania?
No, they don't have that anymore. David Walsh actually took that wall off because it just had been there for so long, so they don't have the walls.
The vaginas are getting dusty. They're like, let's look at this.
Maybe it needs a renewal.
Well, no, yeah, they're bringing back something different. But anyway, yes, continue about your vagina, please.
So that was kind of what spurred me on to then study and learn what I needed to learn. And ultimately here we are. I found my teachers, I studied with them, and then that's brought me to where I am now.
Okay.
And really I guess I've learned what really I needed for myself.
Yeah.
And learning that, I think the best part of what I learned when I studied was learning that, you know, sexuality, sexual pleasure isn't just something that someone else gives to me. It's like, I give that to myself and it comes from me. And, you know, my teacher says this all the time, and it's probably my favorite thing that she says, but it's like the safest person to have sex with is yourself and to explore with and to learn new things. And, you know, that's where you really learn your inner boundaries, your own yes and your no, and what you might like and not like, and then bring that with another and have the language to kind of talk about it with someone.
Yeah.
I've actually never heard that about where the safest person to have sex with, like yourself. I like that a lot.
That's why I do it a lot.
Well then, so you should.
Do you call it Mr. Gabe or something?
And so right now you're seeing women as clients and
Tell us about, We
Fill
The
that.
Femme. Tell us more about We The Femme, obviously.
Yes, so I work with women and female-bodied people. I do work with people with penises, but usually in the context of coupleship. So they come with another female-bodied person, and then I'll work with them in that kind of format. But predominantly, yes, with women and vulva owners. I work with them both in person and online, depending on their preference or maybe location. So that's, I think online's been, it's really been a great way to remove barriers for people where, I can work with someone in Singapore. I can work with someone anywhere, or I can just work with someone who's like, I can't come when you're open.
Free,
So then it's really flexible and take some of those limitations out.
Yeah, I can see it working. Like people book a hotel or something and they're having like a nice time away and they just want that little extra guidance.
Inspiration.
And as for our listeners, Miranda's a local to me down in the Illawarra, just the next suburb over in Bulli. How is the transition going, coming down to a more regional sort of community, and what's the response been like?
I think for me it's been, the move was definitely a little bit personal. I was living a very crazy, hectic lifestyle, working sometimes 7 days a week, multiple jobs, and it was just, I could feel my own body being a bit out of regulation more than it was regulated. I was chronically busy and I really had to look at my life and go, hey, are you actually, living what you preach? And I'm like, not really. And so it was really an opportunity for me to step into living what I actually am trying to teach other women to do. And I think with, moving to a regional area, it's also great because, when you're living in somewhere with a smaller community, there's usually just less options, especially things that are a little bit more holistic or a little bit less clinical. So hopefully what that's going to offer is a very different lens into what caring for your pelvis and, relating to your sexuality might look like.
Nice.
Yeah, making it more accessible, where they might have to travel back to Sydney. I'm right there now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll come pop in at some point.
See me.
I'm just 5 minutes down the road. I'll come pop in.
Please do. Have a coffee date.
Yeah, coffee's good down there though. So.
It's so good.
Yeah, Sydney could suck it. It's so good down in the Illawarra. It's the best.
I haven't been down your way for a bit, actually. Last time I was there was for the darts, which is super off
that's
topic.
right. And you told me, you're like,
I
you're like in
was like, I'm
Wollongong or
coming
whatever.
down for the dart competition.
I was
I
like,
actually was a dart.
You're here? What did you tell me?
I know, and I dressed up as Where's Wally?
You did.
Love it.
That's why I couldn't find you.
Probably.
Everyone else was wearing red and white that day. What the fuck?
Yeah.
There was like 14 of us too. Anyway, that was so side topic. That's the only time I've been down there.
Body hacks.
Yes.
I want to get into the title of the episode. It's just like, we wanted to give a quick shout out to before we get into it, quick shout out to one of our friends and sponsors of this episode, flirtadultstore.com.au. If you use the promo code SECRET15, that's SECRET15, you get 15% off your order. You can get all your naughty things like toys,
Wands.
I think they might sell wands, lingerie, and other bits and pieces, all stuff you can also bring to the club as well. You can do that online or you can visit them in store, but I think the code is for online sales anyway.
You can use it in store as well. They'll just add it in.
Yeah.
Super. That's nice.
Yeah, so they basically just add us under the Secret Spot account when you walk into the
they've got a
store.
wide range of things, so check them out and go show them some love. Thank you, Flirt.
They actually do have a wide range of different lubricant products. So when you're guiding or giving people some extra advice, do you recommend doing it like, I don't want to say dry, but going in like...
Never dry.
I'm trying to think of like lube, like more of a natural based lube than going into like silicons
More
and then like heated and
I
stuff.
usually recommend, if you wouldn't eat it, maybe don't put it on your body. You say definitely as natural as possible. Some people like oils, some people it doesn't react well with their body. I usually just say find the one that works for you, but it's something that's absolutely worth spending a little bit more on for a higher quality one. Yeah, absolutely. No perfume, please.
Yes. I only have one lube that I use. Every other lube, I'm like, nah, don't like it. It just it gets clumpy or it dries or it has a smell, and I know it's meant to be natural based, but it has a smell.
Also, like if you're having sex and going down on someone, like
Yeah.
a flavor is weird. Like I don't know if anyone else is in the same boat, but like if your vagina smells like, I don't know,
Lubricant.
yeah, well, not just anything that's perfumed. That's disgusting. Like bubble gums. Like who wants?
Well, there's a pina colada one that I've tried, and it doesn't taste like pina colada. And I'd rather just a natural dick or vagina
Yeah,
taste.
I do too. Yeah.
It just tastes better.
Yeah.
So onto the work that you do.
But yes, please use lots of lube, yes. Back to.
The somatic body work. So somatic body, work or therapy is just like obviously encompassing all of that as you were speaking about. So I mean, into that would go into internal systems in your body, like the nervous system, your central nervous system. Can you speak to like how much this impacts intimacy and how people feel in their body when it comes to being able to knowing their body, themselves, sexuality, all of it?
Yeah, absolutely. So with nervous system, it's such an important part of feeling more pleasure. And so there's a lot of talk around having a regulated nervous system or being dysregulated. It's one of those kind of hot topics at the moment. And so really with your nervous system, what we're looking for with regulation is not just to be calm all the time. That's, just relax. There's an element of that, but you really want to be able to move between both that kind of rest and digest and the more like mobilized energy, excitement, because, if you're just relaxed the whole time, like you might fall asleep.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to move between being open, which is really important for the early stages of arousal. So that allows for blood flow to move to where it needs to, engorgement, lubrication. And then you want that little bit of spark of excitement. So you actually do want they call it, it often gets a bad name, the sympathetic nervous system. You might know it as fight or flight, freeze or fawn, but it's also arouse and excite. So we actually do want this part of the nervous system to, to take part in intimacy. And so you want them to be working together and flowing between both.
Okay. How often do you see your clients coming in that have just, they're one way or the other, or what do you see more of?
I think what I see more of is not so much that they're more in one. I think we are all able to sit in both states. But I think that with the lifestyles that a lot of people are living is that we're kind of getting stuck in a little bit of low grade sympathetic activation, which is stress rather than the arouse and excite.
Okay.
And so what that can do, it can interrupt what's happening in the body because cortisol spikes and then the blood's not flowing. So that's one aspect. But then the other aspect of when you're in that kind of low grade stress is that, well, it's not the same for everyone. There's so much variation, but an example of one, and I've definitely felt this, is when I'm feeling stressed is that my desire kind of just tanks. But then there's also the other side where when you're feeling stressed, you actually seek out sex so that, the body's really smart, right? Then it's like, I'm going to seek out sex so that I can then you get that orgasm spike and then the parasympathetic nervous system comes back in and then you get that and then you come back into balance. So
that's my flight move. If I'm stressed, I'm like, I either need to give myself an orgasm or I need to have sex to disconnect my brain because my brain will just go into panic mode.
How are you seeing...
Running and running.
Yeah.
In your clinic, how are you seeing it present in women or female-bodied people where... if you're doing the somatic work, I mean, apart from them saying, I just have no desire or I have a lot of desire, what is actually going on? Like, because my understanding of like when you're doing somatic therapy or somatic work, it's just like, someone is looking at you and how everything is kind of appearing. How much of that is just like what you see versus... maybe what people are feeling on the inside, or I don't know, so it's probably other things that you can't quite detect. Maybe, I don't know if you have to do like blood tests or a hormone test or I don't know, anything like that.
Well, for me, I don't diagnose anyone, but they might come to me with what's happening with them. But really what I work with them is okay, what's happening? What's your felt experience in that? And so really the key with nervous system regulation, it's what it does for intimacy is that it allows you to be more present and have more of that felt experience. And so when we're working with the body in the sessions, we're not necessarily working directly with the genitals or with sex. Sometimes we are, but we might just be working with, okay, so let's work with your body. Let's give you kind of resources that you can use so that when you are feeling yourself in a heightened state or maybe you're just overthinking and it's ways that you can actually bring yourself back into your body. First of all, have that awareness of what kind of state you're in, and then you can actually consciously move yourself into the state that you want to be. And that's through like different practices. It might be using breath, it might be movement, it might be sound, it might be touch. And so it's all different ways that you can start to work with your nervous system. And then, you know, we might not start with anything sexual at all and then slowly build to, okay, now let's start to work with more how your nervous system responds to your relationship with your sexuality, with maybe your genitals or just how you experience sex. Maybe you jump out of your felt experience and you start to get into your head. Let's start to train your body that it's actually, you know, it's okay for you to stay in the present feeling, to stay with the sensations. And some of that is about that kind of felt safety, because you can logically understand that in a very specific moment, place, time that you are absolutely safe here. But, you know, it's the mind's experience and the body's experience. Sometimes there's some conflict there. And so we kind of want to bring them back together and have that experience of the head also in the mind. So we're bridging the mind back into the body. Did that answer your question?
It does.
Did I go on a tangent?
No. That
It's a good tangent.
No,
You kind of
it
round
wasn't a
about
tangent. It was fine. It was good. Sorry, I was listening and now I don't have a next question. Jess?
Over to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about the vagina. Is there like a starting point that you have? Obviously, mapping the vagina is always, or the vulva is always good for a starting point for a lot of people. Do you recommend any other sort of starting points for people, like other than pinpointing their problems or whatever they think their problems might be? Is there something that your first session kind of starts off with?
The first session's usually groundwork when it comes to sexuality. We're kind of, we've done the intake process. I've read a little bit about their history and, you know, what they're really coming to me for, and we let that really guide them. So maybe they're feeling a little bit disconnected from their body, or maybe they are feeling low libido. Maybe they're just feeling a little bit of shame. So it can be so varied. And so when we start working together, it's often just body-based practices, getting them into their body, feeling their body, starting to feel sensations, working with the nervous system, giving them practices that they can start using straight away. And then we usually build up to the mapping, because for some people that's a little bit too much straight away, whereas others can move into it quite quickly. They feel already very comfortable with themselves sexually. So it's not that, you know, you don't have to have a problem, but you might feel very confident but just want to know more. So it's so varied. So there isn't just, you know, one way that I can really start with working with someone. It's, okay, what do you want to do?
And are you getting like a certain age bracket coming to you, or is it really spanned across all ages now?
It spans. I would say the youngest I've worked with is probably around 25.
Okay.
And then probably into late 50s.
Okay.
Is there any like particular cultures more than others, or is it pretty
A
broad
real
as well?
mix, actually.
Yeah? Okay.
Definitely a mix. I guess I'm lucky to know people from all different
walks of life.
cultures, which is great. But yeah, I would say that more and more probably around 30s is where I think they're really starting to want to understand this part of themselves, reclaim this part of themselves, and, you know, just maybe learn different ways to make sex more interesting as well.
Well, that's good, because most of our listeners are within that age bracket.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would love to hear some practical exercises that they can take and try immediately. You know, obviously they can reach out to you, but is there anything you can start with at home?
For anything specifically?
Well, I mean,
Better pleasure. I mean, this is
Yeah.
I suppose a lot of what you've been speaking about is like helping people unblock or get them back into their body and in the present. So do you have any, you know, I hate it, but like quick tips are just like what you can try in the immediate thing. And it's just like, because maybe there's something, it's just like, it's super low level. It's just like, if you can try this or think about it.
Let's do something low stakes.
Yeah.
So if you want to just feel more in your body, and, you know, if you want to just do this now, you're welcome to. So if you just take a moment and just breathe in a way that feels comfortable.
All right, here we go.
Breathing's like my least favorite thing to do right now, but let's do it.
If you'd like to just observe.
Yes, I will. I'll observe.
So Lawrence, just breathe in a way that feels comfortable. Eyes can be open or closed.
It looks like
It
a
looks
deer
so
in the headlights. Maybe close your eyes for us.
Oh, okay. okay.
Yes, it feels comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah. If so, just breathing in a way that feels comfortable and easy. And now just bring your awareness to your breath and just notice where you can feel your breath. Do you feel it at your nostrils? Do you feel the rise and fall of your chest?
It's not so much my chest, it's this little area here.
Yeah, noticing the belly a bit more.
Yeah. I feel it through my nostrils, but it's actually this feeling of this, like I feel it like as that, I know it's the, the nasal passage going down towards, but it's like this, it's the feeling here. Maybe it's because of my facial hair is a little bit longer. So
Yeah, beautiful.
I can feel it all moving past.
So if it feels comfortable for you, you can bring your awareness to where you're feeling that kind of tickle, where your hair is, and just notice, is there a temperature? Does it feel
Cold.
warm, cool? Does it have a texture?
Damp.
Damp. Yeah. that's a
Damn.
sensation.
What a description.
And so that's already starting to bring your awareness to your body rather than from the outside. And so that's something that you can do anywhere. And so breath and movement can help to amplify this. So if you were, and you don't need to do this, but let's say you were going to do like 20 star jumps right now, back to back, quite quickly, and then you stop, what happens is, unless you're way fitter than I am, is that you might feel that your chest, your heart is beating a lot faster. And so you start to feel that, and that's a sensation. And then you might scan your body from the top of your head all the way down, and do you notice any heat or warmth? Do you notice any tingles? Do you notice any feeling? Maybe even nothing. Nothing's also a feeling. And so that starts to bridge your mind down into the body and bring that reconnection.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's like, it was this sort of physical exercise thing. It's just like, sometimes I will, if I'm starting to do strenuous activity, and I think a lot of people experience this, where if you're not paying attention to how you're breathing and how you're feeling, people tend to hold things and you tense up and you're like this, and it's only until you go, hang on, this is harder than it needs to be, and I just relax, everything gets a little bit easier, kind of thing. And it's like the intensity might be staying the same, even in sex, right? It's like sometimes I might notice that I'm actually holding my breath.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
clenching my body.
Is that a guy thing though to do? I find a lot of guys hold their breath during sex to sort of hold back an orgasm. I don't know if
You
that's
could probably
a thing that
speak to
helps.
this more than I could, but I think I don't know if it's different for men and women, but I know for me, it's just like the closer I am to orgasm, the more I'm holding my breath or clenching my body.
Okay.
It's
As
common-
a
it's
part of
common
the
for everyone.
escalation to
It's
get.
common for everyone to start to, as things start to build and you start to feel more, the body starts to clench, and that actually, we call it caps your pleasure, but it's very normal because you see it in porn, right? You see them start to go, and then they go, and then, and so actually if you can, it takes time, but start to breathe, if you're starting to feel like, I actually can't control it, slow down, or maybe just take a moment and pause and breathe, and then you can start to build again. And then you might be able to find that over time you learn to relax a bit more as you start to hit more of that peak towards orgasm. But it's not just men.
Yep.
Women do it too. There is, a clenching because it's like, there is it. The pelvis is contracting, the body is contracting. And so it is a very normal body response. And so you can actually slowly learn to build more openness. And that's when you can start to feel more pleasure, not just in your genitals, but kind of throughout more of your body. And we call it kind of more of a full-bodied orgasm.
I have 2 more questions. 1 second, Gab. I'll get to that.
Thanks for keeping us on track.
Yes.
It's my job.
Yeah, it's just like
Okay, question number 1.
in a dynamic, 2 people having sex, a man and a woman, for this example. And do you have any recommendations on how they can do this together as a joint activity, as part of sex? The managing the
breath
breathing and your excitement, and that the escalation, instead of it going like just
Do
more
that
of the
massage
build
thing.
and
Is it called lingam massages? Sorry, you answer.
That's great.
That's where my brain went. I was like,
We want to hear your version.
yes, mine's always
Well, I would always say have a conversation about it first. Like, should we try this? Would you like to do this with me? should we try to prolong the pleasure before, maybe one of us has an orgasm? And I always say it's great to take maybe the pressure of orgasming off the table and just explore pleasure. And, you might do some of the things outside of, maybe before or outside of the bedroom. Like it might feel weird if you just go to your, sexual partner and go, hey, I'd really like to do this breathing thing today. Should we try it right now?
You're breathing wrong.
While we're naked. And so you might bring this to them in the non-sexual context first and be like, hey, I learned about this. I'd really love to try this and just see what this might feel like between us. And they, might say yes or no. Hopefully yes. Or they might negotiate something else. But start talking about what that might look like, and you might try it together, like let's try this breath. So it looks a bit like this. They might laugh and giggle, and maybe it's a bit awkward, and then you might build like what that might look like in the bedroom. Or maybe you're not having sex in the bedroom, and that's good too.
Yep.
And so I'd always talk about it first, and then assuming that they're willing, then you might bring it into the bedroom. And I always say start slower, because it gives you the time to actually register what's happening. And then, if you're trying something new, if you're trying to do it really, really fast, then it feels even more awkward and clunky. So slow it down, try it. You might be like, okay, do you want me to guide the breath, or should we just give it a go? And then you'll try the breath, and you might say, okay, when we start to feel really excited, you might be really in tune with this partner. Maybe there's someone you have been intimate with a lot, or if there's someone new, how do you want me to communicate with you when I'm feeling too excited? What that is for you too. And you'll be like, okay, when we get to that point, you let me know, or if I get to that point, this is how I'm going to let you know. And then let's just slow things right down. And then let's slow down our breathing. And then, once we start to feel a little bit more, less, then let's go again. Let's start revving things up again.
In the context of...
It's called edging.
He's edging, yeah. All right. Oh, maybe that's the way to do it. In the context of the club here, you could be having, a person could be having lots of sex with lots of different people in one night on one bed, for example. Yeah, having that conversation just in real time with people about, just, hey, this is kind of like, if I'm getting too excited. I'm thinking, look, I'm thinking from a male perspective, and it's just like, when I'm getting close to orgasm, but I don't I don't really actually want to go there, especially because of the physiological effect afterwards for me as a man. What happens, like how to have that conversation, or what to say like, this is how I'm going to have some chill in the middle, to do the edging thing, right? Any advice to that speaks to that?
Well, if I was you, I would maybe
I was asking for a friend.
If I was Bob, I would say...
If my name was Lawrence and I hosted a podcast known as Sex Club, this is what I would say.
I would maybe just say to them, hey, I really want to just prolong the pleasure with you. And so you might see me just slow things down, or take a long, slow, deep breath at some point. And that's just me wanting to... Enjoy you more and get to have, more fun with you and play longer.
Yeah.
And so you might see that happening. Is that okay if we do that?
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it might sound like that.
Cool.
Lawrence is so fucking proud.
I came up with that half myself.
Well, that's what talk therapy is half the time. Is so you find the answers within yourself. That was a part B today.
That was part A.
That was a part one. No, I did a part A just because of where it was going. My second question is, again, from the male perspective, it's like you've got your female partner is, you're sensing something is up, and maybe it might be wise to come and see someone like you. How do you have that conversation? What are the things you might be seeing, from an outsider's perspective, for example? Maybe not even necessarily a male partner, say a partner or a friend or whatever. You're just noticing something. What would you be noticing, or are there some common things you might notice, and then having that conversation with, hey, this might be helpful for you?
I think a lot of the things that come up with coupleship is finding time to connect. And then, when there is such limited time, it's easy just to do what feels habitual, and you end up having sex the same way a lot. You follow the formula. But what we know is that, everyone's so different. Every day's different. What works one day might not, bring up desire the next day, or maybe even in an hour. And so I think framing it around, let's dedicate some time to us. I want to make our relationship even better. I want to make our sex lives even more exciting. Would you be interested in, working with someone who might just give us some ideas or, ways that we can communicate about our sex lives? Or maybe it's just like, okay, we're going to put this in the calendar, and that means that on this day at this time, we're going to work with Miranda and we're just going to be devoted to us and our intimacy and our pleasure. And so I guess it's like, it's not making it, oh, something's wrong with us. It's like, actually, no, we're really committed to making things even better for ourselves.
Sure. Yeah. Nice. There should be no stigma in like having outsider help, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm setting you up there. It's a segue into our next sponsor, Stigma Health. So I completely agree about like having someone come in and help, or who can just, change things up, or at least educate you in a little bit of a different way. It need not actually be a stigmatized thing or makes you as a couple or a person defective in any way. It's just growing and learning. And the emphasis should be on just like, we're doing this because we're committed to doing things better and making things great.
Sex is fun, remember?
Yeah, sex is fun. Spoken the words of Dan Savage.
This is
When
what happens
when sex is too fun.
That's what happens. Yes.
When it does,
You
when
can't get
sex
pregnant
serves as
twice.
its only and official purpose,
Look, can't get pregnant twice in the same pregnancy.
said Father Lawrence. But on the stigma thing, so we do have a wonderful sponsor, Stigma Health, who sponsor this show as well. So I don't know if you've heard of them, but Stigma Health offer online pathology referrals for sexual health screening. So you can just go onto this app, upload the details, super quick, super easy and secure. And without going to a doctor or a GP, you can get a sexual health referral to take to a pathology office, get your results back in a couple of days. And you can multi-buy. So if you're in the non-monogamous lifestyle, you can get multiple things if you'd like to go frequently. And if you use promo code SECRETSPOT20, SECRETSPOT20, get 20% off your order. So yeah, thank you for Stigma Health. I use them. It's great.
Great service.
Yeah.
Roll, but on that, let's just jump into just a tip. Touch, stretch, or breathe. 3 things I can't fucking do right now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Gabe's gonna tell us all about it.
Tell
I'm
us,
sure.
Gabe. Tell me about this one game you've decided.
Well, it was actually thanks to the help with Miranda. We conspired on this together.
Conspirator.
Dokey.
To the
Now
point-
who's being stitched up?
To the point where
Well, I
Miranda...
versus Sydney.
Jesus.
That's good. Yeah, we'll win every time. But anyway, to the point where Miranda sent me a video actually showing and demonstrating this, which I was like, this is great. Yeah, we can definitely do this on the podcast. So, Miranda, you will guide Jess and Lawrence through a series of simple breathing movement and grounding exercises in this game of touch, stretch, breathe, designed to demonstrate in real time how quickly the nervous system can shift.
Okay.
So, it is noted here Lawrence experiences both energizing and calming techniques, while Jess, being pregnant, will take part in a modified version using gentle grounding and facial relaxation exercises.
Yeah.
Um,
Last thing we need is a natural birth on the body.
That would be amazing for views, though. Can we work that in? Is that possible? No.
We're about 4 weeks too early. Sorry.
Damn.
Come back to me in 4 weeks.
Damn. I'll just run into your delivery room with a camera.
I'll send you some reels.
I'm here.
Yeah. Live streaming from our secret spot. And I'll just put it down. Fuck. I'll get Jamie to hold the camera. Babe, this is what we're doing.
Oh my God.
It would be one, Jess's secret spot.
He probably would have given it.
So Miranda's going to start with a quick check-in before we begin, and we'll explore the differences between activation and relaxation, experience the contrast between tension and release, and then tune into subtle sensations most of us ignore every day. So I'll hand the mic over to you, Miranda.
Thank you.
All right.
May or may not be as smooth as Gabe said it. Okay, so before we begin, you can, of course, are always in choice. So if you don't want to do something, if it's not comfortable, if it doesn't feel appropriate for you, Jess, of course, you can just observe.
Yep.
And of course,
Lawrence, on the other hand, you will do it we say, monkey. Dance.
Anything that I say exactly as I say it. You can also
No choices given.
spit out. You can also pause or slow down. and
Okay.
of course completely stop.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're willing to play, we're going to start with, I guess, the feeling of the breath and the way that it can shift your nervous system state. So we'll do upregulating. Jess, you may not want to do this.
Yeah, I
or
don't
you
want to
might-
bring on any
You
contractions.
might want to
We're
just observe us. So we're going to do an upregulating breath.
Okay.
And so it's going to be quite rapid. And
Okay.
it's going to be like a sharp inhale in through the mouth and exaggerated out of the mouth. I'll demonstrate first if you like. So it's going to
Should I
look...
get a Mentos? Okay, get going.
It's going to look a little bit like this. If you want to use sound, if you want to make it more of a pleasure vibe. How did that go for you?
All right.
How was my demo?
The demo was great. I now have to get over my fear of doing this myself.
And you can have your eyes open. They can
I'm going to have to definitely close my eyes for this one.
So sharp inhale through the mouth and exhale out.
I think it was the pace that was like, I'm like going, I don't know.
Start slow.
You can go
Let's
slower.
start slow.
I don't know.
We probably just do it quicker. It reminds me of wanting to contract to give birth right now.
All right, okay, here
Yeah.
we go.
Start slow. Remember, you can slow down or stop anytime.
I've stopped.
And so just notice, do you feel a bit more energized in your body? Are you feeling calm?
I feel calm, but like, no, I was definitely in the moment. I was sort of like,
Yeah, while you're
Oh,
doing
sorry,
it,
I
you're
was-
feeling energy start to move.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Having to almost keep pace with the timing. I was like, come on, let's go.
You're like whipping yourself like a horse to keep
Yeah.
going. Oh my
It's just
god.
like, yeah, mule, dance, go. Sorry.
But do you feel a bit more energized even though you're calm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Now let's do the down regulating. So you're going to do, it's going to be a bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
Slow inhale through the nose, longer exhale out of the nose or out of the mouth. So it might look like this.
See, that one's nice and calming.
Yeah, so you're welcome to do this.
That one I can do. We're not going to give birth to
So
that one.
breathing, just do it at whatever pace you like. Inhale through the nose. Slow, long, empty. Whatever long means for you. And just following your own pace. And as you're doing that, just noticing how you're feeling.
I think I just gave my baby hiccups. I like how you can feel like your ribs open up more, like they go out when you breathe slower rather than going up and down. It breathes like sideways a bit more.
Yeah. How are you feeling now?
Could be a person.
Good. I notice when I do those sort of breathing, because I do this sort of daily as well. Sometimes arbitrarily, I just have a big breath in and like, ugh. I start to notice. Start to notice my heart rate, and I also start to notice where I'm being tense.
Yeah.
So I'm like going, oh, I'm clenching my jaw. Oh, my shoulders are like this. I need to. Because I'm starting to focus on my breath, which then I sort of start turning inwards. So I'm like, okay, start relaxing.
Yeah. You start noticing.
Yeah, I hear a voice of just like, your jaw is tight right now. Oh, yeah, let that
That's
go.
why you have such a good jaw. Just got to tighten the jaw.
Very defined.
Thank you. It's all in the beard. When I take this off, I'm
Tiny little weights in
Yeah.
the face.
yeah.
All right, so we'll try the kind of difference between tension and relaxation.
Okay.
And so I'll modify this one for you, Jess. So you're going to just squeeze your whole body, like tense your whole body as much as you can. You don't have to do it right now if you don't want
sorry.
to. For Jess, if you want to just squeeze your face, squeeze your fist, maybe even frown, or if that just doesn't feel comfortable.
I don't even know how to frown. Hold on.
She's a smiling gal.
I just frowned with my mouth. I was like,
All right, so tense. Maybe hold your breath and just notice what's happening inside your body. How does it feel?
Tight.
All right, now completely relax.
feels like I'm about to get a cramp doing that.
And just noticing the difference. So I guess back to your question about contracting and when you're close to orgasming, how do you think it might feel different if you were relaxed in that state?
Whilst orgasming. I don't fucking know. I have to go home and find out.
Slide out.
I have to give that a go.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever consciously done that.
When you're relaxed and breathing and open, what is normally more of like a genitally focused sensation of pleasure, of sexual pleasure, when you're kind of breathing, it allows energy to move. So then you might find that it starts to move into more of your body.
Okay.
So, let me know how that goes.
Girls definitely
You wanna
orgasm
know.
more.
You should text Miranda right after it happens. It's great.
This is what I felt.
Why are you messaging me at like 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning? Go away from me.
It's Lawrence.
Yeah. Who is it?
Now, this one is for people who maybe have a little bit of trouble feeling sensations. And so that kind of example of jumping up and down or doing the star jumps is kind of one example of how you can start to expand sensation, because you're kind of, I don't know if agitating is the right word, but you're starting to just move things in the body.
You're going to make me do emotional star jumps, I see.
Oh my God.
Yes, exactly. Cry, smile, laugh, anger. So this one's a little bit more simple, and you can have your eyes open or closed, and I'll just get you to bring your palms together and just rub them together quite vigorously. If you want to do this, Jess, you can too. Great heat, really, really vigorous. And then when you're ready to stop, just hold your palms open, bring all of your awareness into your hands. Notice what you feel. Do you feel tingling?
Tingling.
Like a personal vibrator.
Very light.
Yeah.
Very, very
I
light.
feel a bit of kind of like a whirring or a spiraling in my palms. And so that's sensation, and it's also a way to feel your energetic body. And the good thing is the more you do little things like this, is that they become easier. So that's one way, movement, and that brings more sensation.
Feels like my whole hand is vibrating on the outside.
Yum.
Little mini vibrator. Yeah. Nice and warm, guys.
That is a thing in sex, warming up before touching.
Yes.
Yeah, I normally just go into my hands before I touch a guy's penis, and I'm like, ooh.
Very considerate.
Well, it's only because I'm like, you've already put in a little bit of work to get yourself hard. I'd hate to be the reason it instantly goes down because it's cold. I'm like, let me just go and just warm you up a little bit.
So one way to just bring more pleasure into your life is a practice of savoring versus dampening.
Okay.
So savoring is the invitation to stay with a pleasurable sensation for as long as you can and kind of soak in that moment. So if you want to play.
Okay.
All right, let's play with Jess today.
Okay,
What's
sure.
your favourite fruit?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. So you can do this with anything. It could be eating something, it could be kissing someone, it could be touching your own body. So let's say you have some watermelon. It is the most juiciest, ripest, perfect piece of watermelon in front of you. So just imagine that you're just, before you even put it in your mouth, you're looking at it, it's kind of glistening, the juice is bursting out of the flesh. So now pick that up, bring it towards you, and just maybe smell the watermelon. What does it smell like?
That's so mean. I just want to eat it. Very sweet, very wet. I know that's probably not a descriptive word for smell, but
No, it smells like lush and like beautiful.
yeah, I probably have. Look, I've already finished it. Let's be honest, I've already eaten it. I'm just sitting there being like, I can feel it dripping down my cheeks already.
Yeah, so let's say you're slowing that down and you hold it up to your mouth and you just let some of that drip kind of on your face. You feel the temperature of the watermelon on your lips before you even put it in your mouth. Then you put it in your mouth and you take a bite and you just let the watermelon juice just kind of ooze all over your palate.
I just look over to Lawrence's face and I'm like, he ate the watermelon too. Yeah, no, I can feel like the cold tingles and it's sort of like dripping. Now I sound like I'm eating vagina too. I don't know what description I'm
And
doing.
then you swallow it and you feel that coolness, that juice drip down your throat. So isn't that so different from just... So that's kind of like one way that you can savor. And no,
I like that idea, but I'm not very good at savoring, which is why I picked the biggest fruit possible to have my first slice really quickly, then savor it.
Well, you can do that with the first piece.
Yeah.
And then you can say.
And then I'll go slower. Never let them guess my game. It'll be fine. I do like the fruit idea though. It's like with a strawberry, you can feel it.
And then like you think like, oh, what if I kissed someone like that? You know, took them in, slowly went in, felt their lips, felt their tongue, felt their breath, like slowing things down.
Yeah.
Savouring pleasure. Not
I like it. That's
I
good.
do like it. The fruit one's a great description. And then just to make it mean, you put the fruit in front of them. And then all they want to do is actually can picture a watermelon. There's one in my fridge right now.
That was nice. We'll definitely slip that in for sure.
Slip it in.
Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Gloria.
There's all this talk about, pelvic floor mapping. I just keep using the same terminology. Well, thank you, Miranda. We might have to wrap things up, sorry. But I do believe you have some offers from We The Femme. Did you want to talk to those?
Yes, if you are interested and you'd like to work with me, I've got 2 codes just for your audience. So Secrets 10 for 10% off packages and Secrets 15 for 15% off single sessions.
Beautiful. And we'll have those all in the notes below of this episode.
Thank you.
Can I use those in conjunction with each other? So someone does a single session and then buys packages?
Both.
Okay, so to put you on the spot, what are your terms and conditions?
I was like, wow.
I should have said, please check your T's and C's. Well, thanks, Miranda. Thank you for sharing and thank you for joining and running through those exercises.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try the relax as you orgasm thing. I'm gonna, or, open up a little bit more. Just in case you didn't know, we have a Patreon. It's got extra dirty, sexy bonus content. There's outtakes, raunchy recaps. We do erotic readings. Raunchy recaps. Oh, yeah. We're into scat play back there. Yeah. If you want to get the really shitty stuff, that's where you come. Anyway, but we're going to thank you to our
really
spicy members. We've got the lovely Ben P, David G, Ryan, Arkesh V, Damo, and Honey Cherry. And thank you to all our naughty members on the screen. Now, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Please let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments. Send us any DMs. And obviously, Miranda, where can they get in touch with you?
You can find me, so my website, wethefemme.com, or Instagram at we.thefemme.
It's always hard to find the whole word sometimes, isn't it? It's annoying. Don't worry. I know the feeling.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to spank the subscribe button. Rate us 5 stars for sexiness. And stay sexy. We see you at the club. See you next time. Bye.